And we are back with another flashlight video today. Going to be doing a review on a MecArmy PS16. Funny story about this one. I was chatting on Instagram the other day with my buddy No Mercy. You've probably seen him around in the comments. And we were ogling one of the copper versions of this guy. And I've never owned a MecArmy. I've never really seen a whole lot of them. So I got on YouTube and I was looking around. I didn't see a ton of videos. And, you know, the copper version's like $240 some odd dollars. And this is sub $100. I think it was like 90 on Amazon or something like that. So I was like, well, I might as well just go ahead and buy the stainless version and I'll check it out. And if I love it, maybe I'll pick up the copper version. So we're going to do an unboxing and a review today and see what we think. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so not a ton of info around, you know, like YouTube and stuff on this guy. There are some videos out, not a ton, not as many as like you would see on Olight or something. But all the information we're going to talk about on this guy, I did pull off the MecArmy website. It is actually pretty detailed as far as what they give you, so pretty excited about that. We should be able to really get some good ideas about what this guy is going to do prior to actually carrying this. So here is the back. This I'm super excited about. It does have 4 of the Cree XP G3 S5s LEDs. So it's a maximum of 2,000 watts. Here we go. We're just doing a look at the box. And then you can see bottom does have a MecArmy seal, but the top does not. So it seems a little weird. But there's your box. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of here. This does retail for, I think it was like 90. What got hung up in here? Oh, the charger got hung up. I'm not gonna rant about it. Not gonna rant about it. The battery, the charger is micro USB. So this is the polished version. You can get it in, I believe, a polished, a stone washed. But there's a bunch of variants to it on Amazon. They all run the same price until you start getting into like the coppers and the other color metals. So it does come with a cool MecArmy patch. I did not know it was going to come with this, so that is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and move that. Here is your MecArmy thank you card. There you go. Check them out on Facebook and Insta if you want to see more of them. Here we go. Here is your here's your little user manual. There we go. Flip it over and there we go. All right. Looks like we get a lanyard, which is cool. Well, let's see if we can get into this quickly. There we go. Man, these little bags are sometimes some of the hardest ones to get in. There we go. Here is your focus, maybe. There we go. Here's your MecArmy lanyard. This is actually a nice lanyard. A little bit of padding on the inside. It's pretty thick. I like that. So there's that guy. Move some of this stuff out of the way so we can actually get into the light. Oh man, I hate packages like that. They are crazy loud. All right, here we go. So this light does have 4 functions. It has your low, your medium, your high, and strobe. Here we go. Get a look. The back. This is pretty cool. I like this. MecArmy calls this the Trident, and it's for like glass breakers and stuff like that. So here is your top. Here's your LEDs, your 4 Crees. And this thing is heavy. Here you go. Please remove the product sheet. All right, let's go ahead and crack this guy off of here. There we go. All right, so before we do anything, let's get a weight on this because I like the weight of this so far. Weight to size ratio is super nice. Exactly 5 ounces, and that's with the battery installed. So this is like straight stainless. This thing is weighty, which I like. So let's open them up. And there we go. There's your potato chip in there. Throw that out of here. And then here is your little battery. This is it's so tiny, I don't know if it's even going to pick it up. There you go. 16340 lithium ion, 650 milliamps, 3.7 volts, USB micro. Nah, it's okay. No biggie. So here is behind your LEDs. Looks pretty clean. Everything in here is very nice. The machining's very nice. Here's a look at the threads. There we go. Everything looks pretty good. Yep. So far so good. All right. So let's put this back together and then we'll do some quick size comparisons. So real quick, let's see, and about 3¼ inches. And just to go ahead and knock this out, here you go. Here it is. Well, let me move this down a little bit. Let's get this better in the frame. Wasn't really paying attention to the camera. So here it is compared to the Baton 3. I think people who carry the Baton are probably going to be more interested in a size like this because it is an easier carry size. It fits nice in the hand. But I like the weight, and I like how round and how big it is. I mean, I talk about this all the time. So here we go. Put it next to an i5T. There's that. And then we'll throw in an Arcfeld. Here we are. And then an i3T tall. There we go. And then we will do, oops, my lights are sticking to each other because of magnets. Warrior Mini. And then an i3. Here we are. And maybe one or two more. Let's look at, here we go. There's your i3E. There you go. Not even a comparison. We'll just throw in the Ace Beam because I know this guy is gaining a lot of traction lately. So here's your Ace Beam Pocket Lit. And then your Lumentop Tool AA. So there are your size comparisons so you can kind of see what you're working with this guy. Now, 2000 lumens says that battery takes roughly 2.5, 2.4 hours to fully charge from dead. I really like this pocket clip. I just got to touch on this because I'm liking this pocket clip a lot. Yeah, that's a nice clip. IPX7 waterproof. The back of this does turn, so let's see what we got back here. Oh, it just comes apart in two pieces. Oh, you got a double O-ring seal back here. Very nice. They said I did do some look at some videos, just to see if we got a little bit of a, I don't know if the camera, it's so tiny. Got a little hair sticking out here. Just wasn't cleaned off too well after the threads were machined. That's okay, no biggie. Shouldn't pose too much of a problem trying to put them back together, hopefully. Although it's looking like it might. Let's see here if we can get this back together. Wow. Let's do this. Let's take this part apart. Let's see if we can get them back together like this. Well, I was hoping I wouldn't have to hit that with like a file or something while I'm trying to record a video, but if it doesn't want to go back together, then we might have a problem. Oh man, I love it when it works out like this. Oof. Ooh, not a good look, MecArmy. Not a good look. Yeah, so a lot of issues there. Yikes. Okay, got it back together. I'll probably have to play with that because that's not good. It had a at the beginning of the threads where they kind of nipped it off so that you could start the thread. It didn't come completely off, and it's laying across the edge where you would start the thread. So it's not like a clean start. So you kind of have to jam it on there for this one. For almost $100, I would have hoped that wasn't the case, but I mean, it happens, you know. And this is an unboxing video. I'm not going to cut any of that because I just want, you know, if someone orders this based on my video, I want them to see what I am doing and what mine looks like fully before they order their own. So you'll get to see that. All right, so we'll go off after that. So let's see here. You have momentary, so I'm not actually pressing. I like this button too. I like that it has a stainless button. And then there's your strobe. So that should be low, and then pulse. So here we go. Low is 20 lumens for 33 hours. And then high and strobe. And if we look at the directions here, it shows from on, fully depressed switch for off, fully press on for constant, lightly depressed switch to activate momentary on. So lightly depress to activate momentary on, lightly depress switch again. So the memory on this is kind of wonky. It looks like it's going medium, low, high, and then strobe. Medium, low, high, strobe. It does have a memory function. Memory will be memorized if left on for more than 5 seconds. Device will return to this mode when next turned on. So fully depress from on, fully depress switch to off, fully depress again for change mode cycles. So from on, fully depress switch to turn off, and then fully depress to change mode cycle. So yeah, medium, low, high, strobe. That's weird. That's a weird. I guess it's okay if it turns on medium. I don't like that it doesn't have a, you know, like a actual. I thought normally I give a warning for strobe. I'm sorry about that. You know, normally these lights have some kind of, you know, triple click it 5 times for strobe, something like that. Apparently that is just part of this light cycle. So if that turns you off, there you go. Barring that, because that is, I'll have to play around. I do like the momentary. I don't care for the fact that I'm going to have to cycle through a strobe. I'm going to guess, what is that? I might have a little bit of a, is that something on here? Maybe. Yeah, a little bit of something. See if we can pick it up. Right here. Yeah, it's all right. No big. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to this stuff. It doesn't bother me a whole lot. I use my lights and things, so not a big deal. So let's see if we can get. There we go. So here it is turned on with your 4 Cree LEDs. That's on low. There we go. Okay. I was turning it the opposite way for the strobe because I know I don't want people to be upset about the strobe. So we're just going to momentary on strobe. Okay. So we're starting off with medium. So you get 520 lumens for 3 minutes. And then after 3 minutes, it'll drop down to 400 lumens for 3 hours. Your low is 20 lumens for 33 hours. And your high is 2000 lumens for, it says 30, or excuse me, it says 0.5 minutes, so 30 seconds. And then after that, it'll step down to 600 lumens for 1.3 hours. Your strobe is the full 2000 lumens. So flash warning, that is your strobe, 2000 lumens. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna have to play around with the memory cycle. It does say that after the light is turned off, it will go back to it'll return to the mode after the memory. So I guess you really can't change the cycle of that's kind of a bummer. I use moonlight or low modes a lot. Um, we'll see. We'll play around with it. We'll see. Either way, either way. So let's take another look at the trident end on this. So this is your glass breaker side, and you can see you've got multiple spots here. Two, plus I guess you could put one here. For all the lanyard boys, you got multiple spots for lanyards. So plenty of space there for that. And then up here, these grooves are said to maintain a purpose. These are supposed to be kind of like a heat sink for heat dissipation, to just try to help keep the top from getting hot. Something nice about this is I didn't feel it getting hot, and normally with a lot of lights like the Lumen Top and I mean shoot, even the Olights like the Warrior Minis and then a lot of the Coppers, after like immediately turning it on, I can feel it warming up, and this doesn't seem to be getting warm at all. So that is pretty nice. I do like that. This is supposed to be it's supposed to have a built-in temperature monitor, which is super cool. I guess that will, if the light starts getting hot prior to the battery running down, then it will kick it off of the higher setting and step it down for you so that your light does not overheat. So a couple things about this. You can run the what is it? The 18350 battery in this guy, and it will do the 2000 lumens on high, the 520 on medium, and the 20 on low. You can also run a 16340 battery, which will give you 1500 lumens on high, 520 on medium, and 20 on low. And the you can run a couple different things. Now the 16340, which comes with this guy, that is what gives you 33 hours of the low. So MecArmy states that if you run the 18350 battery, all the times are still the same as far as like high is still like 30 seconds for the 2000 lumens. But when it steps down to the 600, it's for 1.3 hours on the 18350. On the 600, it's only for 45 minutes. On the medium setting, you get 3 hours on 400 lumens for the 18350. And then if you're using the 16340, you get the 1.5 hours or 1.8 or something like that. The major difference here for the batteries is if you are using these numbers, man, I'm sorry if this sounds super confusing. But if you care about battery specs in your EDC flashlights, then you're probably definitely listening in. So the big difference, if you're using a battery, the 18350 battery, and you're using it on low, the 20 lumens, you only get 6 hours. If you use the 16340 batteries, your 20 lumens is for 33 hours. So that is a major difference between batteries. Pretty different right there. Apparently between both batteries, the max beam distance is still 146 meters. And obviously a battery doesn't change how waterproof it is. So it's IPX7 rated for this guy right here. So, I mean, that's all your tech specs. Now, as far as the light goes, I definitely feel the quality. Now I can feel it. It's heavy. It feels good. I do like it. There is some quality control concerns that I'm having, and one of them being the threads on the back that you just watched me struggle to put this thing back together with. I can see some issues as far as like in the actual light itself. So if you're buying this as part of a collection and not using, these things may bother you. I've got some dark spots inside. See the camera will pick it up. I've got some dark spots in here. I'm going to try to hit that with a brush, but from here it looks like it could possibly be a small rough spot. Hopefully not for, you know, an almost $100 flashlight. It is $90, and I think Amazon has a 5% off coupon right now with free shipping. That's the main reason why I got it from there. But that, you know, those, barring those couple things, yeah, other than that, this so far is a nice light, and I like the size. So you can really, it really feels pretty natural. You can see my hand completely covers it up, and you do have full click, and you have momentary. So I like both of them, and you do get a nice stainless steel button that matches the rest. It is very tactile, so you can hear. There you go. It is super clicky. I do like that. I love anything that's super clicky. That's cool with me. Yeah, I would recommend this light. Now, I mean, this along with a bunch of other lights, you know, they're made in China. A lot of them are made in China, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a. There are some really nice things made in China. Olights are made in, you know, it's all about quality control, and it looks like it was relatively decent on this. I might have just got one that slipped through the cracks. I know MecArmy does make a lot of nice stuff. So yeah, I mean, you could take a gamble and pick one of these up. You'll probably enjoy it. Like I said, mine might just be a one-off, but just be prepared that if you run into any of the issues like I'm running into, it's a quality control issue. Aside from that, the light itself is very nice. Pretty happy with it. I would think so. These instructions right here you go. Leave a little bit to be desired. There's your specs. This is what I was reading off to you earlier. Somewhat. I was reading it from the website. I wasn't actually using this. My notes that I took from their website. And then there's your beam distance and stuff. So that is your MecArmy. Oh, I didn't even see this. This must have somehow been with stuff I threw over to give you extra O-rings. You know I like that. Well, that I like it. I think it's a good purchase. Like I said, if it's going to be a user, I think you could do yourself a favor and pick one up. I will probably pick up. Yeah, I'll probably pick up the copper version and try my luck with that one. I like it enough. I like the weight. I like the way it feels in your hand. So I think it's worth it. I like it. But I'll link it in the description. So if anybody wants to go over there and check it out, I'll also link their website. So if you want to go over there and check them out and see all the other stuff they have to offer. But we're going to wrap this one up. We're already hitting the 20-minute mark. So if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and consider subscribing. I try to post as much as I can. I'm pretty active in the community. And check back for future content, you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next one.